Hello everyone, myself Twinkle Patel from Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. This video lecture is about data encryption standard, also known as DES. So, in this video lecture, we will cover introduction to DES encryption algorithm. After that, single round of DES, which consists of different type of procedures such as initial and inverse permutation, expansion function, add round key, DES S boxes, permutation box. After that, we will see subkey generation in DES, avalanche effect in DES, and strength of the DES. So first of all, we will introduce data encryption standard. Data encryption standard is a DES is a block cipher. So in DES for encryption, the block size should be 64-bit. So DES will take 64-bit block size. So plaintext block size will be 64, and the key size in DES will taken as a 64-bit, in which only 56-bit will effective. Next is subkey size. The total number of rounds in DES are 16. So we require 16 subkeys, and each subkey size will be 48-bit. Here the plaintext block size is 64-bit, so ciphertext size will be also 64-bit. And the number of rounds in the DES are 16. So in DES blocks plaintext block size is 64-bit, in which 56-bit key is applied, and from the 56-bit key 16 subkeys are generated, and each subkey size should be a 48-bit, and total 16 round of operations are performed, and after that 64-bit ciphertexts are generated. Now we will see the encryption process in the DES. So DES, we will see the DES encryption algorithm. As we know that DES has a 64-bit plaintext. So first of all, initial permutation process is applied to the 64-bit plaintext, which gives us our output of 64-bit. Next, we have a 64-bit key, in which we have, first of all, we are going to apply the operation of permitted choice 1, which gives the output of the 56-bit key. As we have earlier mentioned that only 56-bit are effective from the 64-bit key. So now our key size is 56-bit. After that, left circular shift is applied, and then again permitted choice 2 operation is applied to that 56-bit. So now our key size, subkey size should be 48-bit. So K1 has a 48-bit size, which is applied to the round 1. So after performing initial permutation on the plain text, N key is given to the round 1. So in this way, all the rounds are performed. So here, after applying the left circular shift, the output of the left circular shift is given to the next round for generating the next round key. So it will generate the K2. So in this way, all the rounds operations are performed. And after round 16, the output of the round 16 is given to the swap operation. So after that, 32-bit swap operation is performed, that is left and right part are swapped. Then we will perform the inverse of the initial permutation operation. Here we have first of all performed the initial permutation, and after that after 32-bit swap, we will perform the inverse initial permutation, and then after our ciphertext is 64-bit ciphertext is generated. So this is the algorithm for the DES. First of all, we have to apply the initial permutation, and after the output of this initial permutation is given to the round 1. Round 1 will take a key K1, which is generated using permitted choice 1, left circular shift, and permitted choice 2, and the key size is of 48-bit, and the output of the round 1 is given to the round 2. The output of the round 2 is given to the round 3, and so on until the round 16. And at last, the output of the round 16 is swapped. That is 32-bit swap operation is applied, and at the last, inverse of initial permutation operation is performed, and then we are getting our ciphertext, which is 64-bit long. So now we will see the main operations of the DES encryption algorithm. So first is initial permutation. So the 64-bit plaintext passes through an initial permutation that rearranged bits to produce the permuted inputs. So initial permutation operation is also known as rearranging the bits. Next is the function. So after applying the initial permutation, we have applied the output of the initial permutation to the round function. So the round 1 to round 16 and the operation which is performed on the round is known as the function f. So which involves both the permutation and substitution function. Next is swapping. The output of the round 16 is given to the 32-bit swap operation. So in swapping, left part and the right part of the block is swapped. Next is inverse permutation. Inverse initial permutation. So it is the inverse of the initial permutation. Another important operation is sub-key generation. We have the main key size of 64-bit, from which we have derived total 16 sub-keys of 48-bit. For that we have applied the operations such as left circular shift and permutation. So this is the main functions in the DES encryption algorithm. So now we will see initial permutation and inverse initial permutation operations. So how they work. So in initial permutation, DES algorithm changes the order of the plaintext, that is rearranging the plaintext bit prior to the first round of the encryption, and the output of that initial permutation is given to the round 1. So the final permutation occurred after the 16th round of the DES. So the output of the 16th round is given to the inverse initial permutation, which will also rearranging the bits. So this is the table for the initial permutation and this is the table for the inverse initial permutation. So here we can see that this is the bit number. So initial permutation basically do the rearrange, that is change the order of the bits. So first of all 58 bits are arranged here, after that 50 number bit, after that 42 number bits, 34 number bits, 1 number bits are here. In this way all the 64 bits are rearranged in initial permutation. And in inverse initial permutation is the inverse of the initial permutation, in which 40 number bit are placed here, after that 8 number bit, after that 48 number bit. So in this way all the bits are rearranged. Next we will see the single round of the DES. After applying the initial permutation, the output of that initial permutation is given to the round function. So now we will see what operations are performed in the round function. So here we are going to discuss the single round of DES. So first of all, output of the initial permutation is divided into the two parts, left part and right part, which is of 64 bit, so 32 bit left part and 32 bit of right part. After that we have a key of, after applying the permitted choice 1, the key size is 56 bit. So after applying the 56 bit key size, left circular shift is applied to the both the parts. So after applying left shift, we are applying the permitted choice 2, which gives us a key size of 48 bit and which is given to the exclusive OR operation between the expansion table and the key. So here right half is given to the expansion table and the output of this right half is 48 bit. So expansion means it expands the bits. So 32 bits of right half is now of 48 bit and the key size is also 48 bit. So both now applying to the exclusive OR operations. So output of exclusive OR operation obviously 48 bit. Now this 48 bit is given to the substitution box, which is also known as S box in the DES. So Substitution box completes the size of the bits and and it will give the 32-bit output. So substitution box takes the 48-bit input and gives the 38-bit output. Whereas here expansion box takes a 32-bit input and gives us a 48-bit output. Next, these 32-bit bits are further given to the permutation box, which rearrange the bits. And after that, these 32 bits is given to the exclusive or operation with the left side of the 32 bits. So we are getting the output of 32 bits, and which is the right half for the round 2, and right half of the round 1 is considered as the left half of the round 2. So this is the single round of the TS. Here we can see that here expansion, exclusive or substitution and permutation, this operation is known as main functions of the DES. And here for generating the subkey for the next round, this after applying the shifting operation, the output of shifting is given to the next round, and then next round key is generated. So in this way all the round perform the same function, or the only difference is that keys are changed for the each round, and left and right half of the previous round are given to the next round. So here the left half is explored with this output function and given as the right half for the next round, and the right half is directly given as the left half for the next round. So this is the single round of TS. Now we will see the main functionality, that is the expansion, substitution, XOR and permutation, all the operation in detail. So first of all we will see expansion expansion or permutation table. So in expansion function E, which take 32-bit input and give us a 48-bit output. So here it expand the table. So here we have a 32-bit input table which expand the uh, total 16 bits are added here. So two columns are added and which will gives us a 48-bit output. So randomly here two columns of 8 bits, total 8 bits are added. So expansion will expand the table and we are getting the 48-bit output. The main purpose of expansion is it increase the diffusion. Next is XOR operations. So expansion give us a 48-bit output, and after applying the permitted choice to we have a 48-bit key. So now we are adding the key to the output of the expansion function. So now next operation is add round key. So in these operations, XOR operations on the round key and the output of the expansion operation. So here both the right section and the key are of 48-bit length. So XOR operation is performed. Now next is substitution or S boxes in DS. So here we can see that the XOR operation gives us a 48-bit output which is taken as an input, which is given to the input as a S box. So S box takes the 48-bit input and give us a 32-bit output. So next we will see the substitution box or S box in the DES. So here after applying the XOR operation gives us a 48-bit output which is given to the S boxes. Here we can see that total 8 S boxes are there in the DES. So 48 divided by 8. So total 6 bits are given to the particular one S box. So here 6 bit is given to S1, 6 bit is given to S2, 6 bits are given to S3. In this way all the S box taken 6 bit as the input and it will give us a 4-bit output. So 6-bit input and 4-bit output. So S1 will give us an output of 4-bit, S2 will give us a output of 2-bit. In this way total 8 X boxes are there. So 8 into 4, so total 32 bits are total output of the S boxes. So S box is also known as substitution box, so which consists of the 8 substitution table. For converting the 6 bit into the 4 bit total 8 6 bit into the 4 bit, there is a table which convert the 6 bit into the 4 bit. So which every S box takes the 6 bit of input and gives us a 4 bits of output. So it is converting 48 bit to the 32 bit, and it is a non-linear and resistant to the different type of cryptanalysis attack. It is a very crucial element for the DES security. Now, next, it is also introduced confusion. So, confusion means we have earlier discussed that change in the one bit of the plain text should widely affect the bits of the ciphertext. So, DES box introduced the confusion. So now next we will see one example of S-box, how S-box convert the 6-bit input into the 4-bit output. So here, see here, we have a 6-bit input, that is 110010, and here is the example of S-box. So a S-box contains total number of 16 columns and 4 rows. So this is a suppose consider this is a S1 S box. So there are total 8 X box are there in the DES. Here in this input 6 bit of input 1 and 0, that is first and last numbers number decide the row number of the S box. So 10 in the 10 is a binary digit. So now we are going to convert into a decimal. So 10 is in decimal is number 2. So 10 give us a row number. So we have to show second number of row, and other bits that is middle bits except the first and the last give us a column number 1001, that is 9 in decimal. So we have to see the 9 number column and second number row where and they are intersecting at number 12. So 12 number in binary we can write as 1100. So 6-bit input is converted into the 4-bit output using the S box. So in this way all the S box are working. Next we will see the permutation. So the S box output is 32 bit. Now we are going to give 32 bit input to the permutation, and permutation table will give us a 32 bit output. So here it is a permutation table which will rearrange the bit of the output of the S boxes. It also introduces the diffusion. Now we will see the procedure of how to generate a subkey generation procedure. Until now we have briefly seen the subkey generation procedure. Now we will see in the detail how to generate a subkeys, that is total 16 key in the TS. So first of all we have a key of size 64 bit. Now we are applying the permitted choice 1 operation on that. So our key size is 56 bit. After that we are dividing the key into the two parts, C0 and D0. Now our C0 and D0 are of 2028 bits. Now we are going to apply the left circular shift operation on that. So we are getting the output as C1 and D1, which is also of 2028 bits. After applying the left circular shift, we are going to merge that both the parts and applying the permitted choice to operation. So here permitted choice to operation convert the 56 bit into the 48 bit, which generate the key K1. So here K1 is a key for our first round. So this is the main functionality for the subkey generation. Here after applying the left circular shift, The output is C1 and D1, which is given to the next round for the next key subkey generation. And then in the next round further left circular shift is applied and C2 and D2 is generated, and after that on C2 and D2 permitted choice 2 is applied and K2 is generated for round 2. So in this way for total 16 rounds 16 key are generated. So here C16 and D16 are generated after applying left circular shift, and then we are going to apply permitted choice 2. So permitted choice to convert the 56 bit into the 48 bit. So we have total 16 key generated using this procedure. So total 3 main operations are performed here. Permitted choice 1, left circular shift and permitted choice 2. Now we will see this operation in detail. So first of all, permitted choice 1 is applied, which convert the 64-bit key into the 56-bit key. So the input key size of 64-bit key and we are getting the 56-bit key. For that 8-bit parity are removed. So parity bits are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56 and 64, which are not used at all. So in permitted choice 1, these parity bits are removed. So we are getting the output of 56 bit. Now next is after applying permitted choice 1, we are dividing the key into the two blocks, that is C0 and D0, and after that we are applying the left circular shift. So now how many bits are shifted left side? How many bits should shifted left side? Which is depends on the round. So we are going in the next slide. So first of all, if it is a round 1, then 1 bit are shifted. If it is a round 2, and then also 1 bit are shifted. For round 1, 2, 9 and 16, 1 bit is left shifted, and for other rounds 2 bits are shifted. So we have a C0 and D0 of 20 of bit. So in round 1, 2, 9 and 16 we are going to rotate left by 1 bit, and all the other rounds we are going to rotate it by 2 bits. This shifted value are input to the next round. So in this way we have getting the C1 and D1. Now we are going to discuss the permitted choice 2 operation, which convert the 56-bit key into the 48-bit. So this is a permitted choice 2 operation which convert the 56-bit into the 48-bit. So select a subset to convert the 56-bit into the 48-bit. Now we will discuss the avalanche effect in DES. So this avalanche effect is a desirable property of any encryption algorithm which says that any change in the 1 bit of the plain text or of the key should produce a change in the many bits of the ciphertext. So this is known as the avalanche effect. Any algorithm which is not vulnerable to cryptanalysis attack should possess this property. So DES perform strong avalanche effect. For example, see here we have a plain text 000 and our key is this. So our ciphertext is this. Now we are changing the rightmost bit of our plain text and using the same key for encryption, and our ciphertext generating the ciphertext. So here we can see that the ciphertext block differ in total 29 bits. So here we can say that the changing approximately 1.5% of the plain text create a change of approximately 45% in the ciphertext. So DES perform the strong avalanche effect. So it is a good encryption algorithm. For possessing the avalanche effect, DES has a diffusion and confusion property which consists of many substitutions and permutations in the algorithm. Next we will see what are the strengths of DES. Here we have used the 56-bit key in encryption. So there are 2 raised to 56 possible keys are generated using this 56-bit key. So a brute force attack on such number of key is very impractical. So this is main strength of the DES. Another is the nature of the algorithm. So cryptanalysis can perform the cryptanalysis by exploiting the characteristic of DES algorithm. But no one has succeeded in the finding out the weakness of the DES. So DES is very useful and strong algorithms for encryption. So this is all about data encryption standard. Thank you.